Hey guys, it's Carter. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day today. And guys, Airbnb stock, it has been getting absolutely annihilated. It sold off about 7%. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about is now the best time to invest in it. We always hear the expression of buy low, sell high. So is this dip a good opportunity to buy Airbnb at a very, very cheaper price? So I hope you guys all enjoy it. Now, if you guys want to learn how to swing trade and trade in the markets, I highly recommend going on and checking out my amazing swing trading school where you guys can learn different strategies, mindset, and scanners when it comes with trading in the stock market. And right now, limited time offer, code half off. I'll see you in there. Guys, private live streams, group chat, quizzes, lectures, but enough with that. Let's jump into this here. So looking at Airbnb over the past year or so has seen a decent amount of growth, right? It's gone from pretty much $81 all the way up to $170 a share before getting some sell-off back down to the 150 range. Now, as of today, what did we see? As of today, we did see a decent amount of sell-off. You guys can see as we zoom in here, you guys can see that this stock went from 157 all the way to 142 after hours. Now, that might not seem like a big deal, but this move here peaked out on being down about 9%. So does this sell-off bring a good chance or good opportunity to buy this stock at a cheaper price? So let's look at what's going on. Well, Airbnb, they announced an earnings report. So this is when the company comes out and they give you all of the details about this stock. They give you the good, they give you the bad, but more importantly, they give future guidance. So they expect a certain revenue for the next quarter. So let's look at that. So this past quarter here, let's go ahead and pull it up here if it will let me. This past quarter here, let's see, Airbnb Q1 earnings revenue beat, which is always really good. So often what we have a tendency of seeing is before the earnings get announced, Wall Street in general will come out and say, hey, I expect Airbnb to bring in whatever amount of money. Now, when they beat that expectations, what happens is the stock often skyrockets up because now everybody's invested. Wall Street's invested, which will cause retail investors, then average, people get FOMO, and then the stock just keeps squeezing up and up and up. But they beat their revenue, but yet the stock went down. So let's continue to investigate. The EPS beat, also known as earnings per share, gross booking value up 12%. So let's see what's going on here. So Q1 earnings, Airbnb's first quarter revenue increased 18% year over year to $2.14 billion, which beat pretty much the estimate of $2.06 billion. So the company brought in pretty much, they beat expectations. Wall Street thought they were going to bring in near and around 2.06 when they brought in 2.14. Obviously, that's a very, very good thing to see. The company said its strong top-line results were primarily driven by continued strength in travel demand for the timing of Easter. Airbnb reported quarterly earnings of 41 cents per share, which beat analyst estimates of 22 cents per share. Airbnb has now beat analyst estimates on the top and bottom lines of 7 consecutive quarters, according to data from Bazinga Pro. Gross booking values totaled $22.9 billion, up 12% year over year. Nights and experience booked came in at $132.6 million, up 9.5%. So why are we getting sell-off here? So let's continue to go down here. Airbnb generated $1.9 billion in free cash flow during this first quarter. Airbnb said it ended the quarter with $11.1 billion in cash equivalents, short-term investments, and restricted cash. So that's a decent amount of cash here for a company. The reason why having good cash on hand or good short-term investments is because if Airbnb ever goes through a hard time like it did during all the lockdowns where people weren't traveling, they have enough cash on hand to continue to grow and invest into the business so they don't have to fire a bunch of employees or even shut the business down. So that's always good to see here. So outlook, Airbnb sees second quarter revenue in the range of $2.68 billion to $2.74 representing year-over-year growth between 8 and 10%. The company expects the year-over-year growth rate and nights booked in the second quarter to be relatively stable compared to the first quarter. As we previewed our outlook last quarter, year-over-year revenue growth in quarter, let's just see if we can see here. So we're getting sell-off here because the company honestly is just expecting a little bit of a slowdown in guidance here. Now, this caused a whole bunch of analysts like Citigroup to pretty much cut their price target from 170 to 167. And the only reason why we're getting sell-off here is because we're expecting a little bit of a slowdown in this next quarter. So I do think a lot of companies and a lot of analysts are just getting nervous because they had such a solid first quarter. And the company even said they expect a little bit of some sort of slowdown for this next upcoming quarter, just more stable rather than a bunch of growth. They claim that Easter had a fantastic year. And honestly, this past Easter, I was in an Airbnb at Easter, which is super funny to think about. But overall, should you buy Airbnb? Well, Airbnb is a growth stock. And what I mean by this is it's going to be very, very, very volatile. You know, looking at the chart, you guys can see that, yes, it's like buying this stock pretty much all the way back. If we look back, it's like buying this stock all the way back, in 2020 is at its current price. So it could be a decent opportunity to buy this stock. I also think it's right near and around the moving average line of the 200-day moving average line, which has tendencies of getting support. It's undervalued on the RSI. So honestly, I might pick up a couple of shares just because it's at a very, very cheap price. But yeah, let me know down in the comments if you're buying it. Also, good strategy, dollar cost average it. Just saying. We'll see you guys in the next one. Like, subscribe. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and we'll see you guys later. Take care, guys.